Alright folks, just want to give a quick look out here during the assembly of this. So you put the legs on first. They've got a little peg on this side and then the screw hole. Feed it in through the top. Get the two shorty step kits. It explains it in the instructions pretty good. You're looking for those guys. You only got 4 of them. They go in there first. Second step is going to be to screw in the 4 support arms with the longest screws. And then third step, it shows you put all these slats in first and then put that on top and screw it in. If you're going to try and do that, these slats are going to be all over the place. It's going to be hard to feed it through. So what I wanted to show is if you put this ring on first and then slide the slats through, it'll make your job a lot easier. Because see, now this is set up so that when I drop a slat through, it now has support on top because it just sits in there. So if you didn't have that top on there from the get-go, these would all like flail out to the side because they're really loosely fit. As you can see, they've got wiggle room. And this is a little wobbly. Just noticed that. But with that said, so screw these in from the bottom and then come up top and put this ring around it. Pay attention because there is a side with only 2 slots on it. And that will match the bottom with 2 slots on it. I say that because I initially put this on backwards. So save yourself the time. Pre-check it beforehand. Make sure you got it in. I will show you the completed product when it's all done. Once these are done, this is the top board. And it has screw holes here, which you can see right there. And right there. So you will place this on top when you get all your slats in, and then screw it in from the underside. So I'll show a finished product when I'm done. Alright, real quick here, just in case anyone's not really mechanically minded. Feed it in through the bottom just a little bit, and then you could drop it in place. That'll make installing these things go a lot easier. A lot faster than trying to do this and slide it in. But to each their own. It's not that much longer if you want to do them this way. You just got to make sure you're guiding them right. Okay, so out of all of this, I only had one that was stubborn, and that's this guy right here. And if you look at this, it was such a tight fit, I had to use a rubber mallet to tap him down into it. And that's just because his width from side to side here is just a hair too thick. So he is a tight fit. It's the only one I can do that with. All these others pop right out. So if you do have that problem, you can use a file, sand it down just a little bit if you want to. I would suggest you only sand the top part, and I wouldn't even sand the bottom. I would just sand the top part here so you can slide it up through the bottom. Let me show on this. So pop that one out. Only sand maybe about that top inch, and probably only on one side is all you would have to do. If you get one that is kind of thick like this one. This one you can notice it just picking it up. It was thicker than the others. So hopefully you won't get one bad like that. Hopefully they all go in like this. So now I've got the completed part. I've got screw holes here, and they look like they are perfectly even as far as the sides go. This was drilled out but not completely popped out on both sides. So I am going to take my handy dandy. This is a wonderful little pre-drill you can use. You push down on it, little drill bit comes out, and I'm going to clear out those holes right here. Don't even have to use the trigger on it. But that'll just get out that last little bit of wood. So now those holes are all ready to go. These front holes were cleared out really well. Just those two side ones on each side. Need a little bit of clearing. Like I said, check our holes here. This board should line up. Well, pretty even, but they are going to overlap. So, show you what I mean here. This is not going to be flush. It's going to be just a little under like that. Let me pause and get it screwed in here. Alright, I figured this would be a good time to test out this little mini screwdriver. Considering you don't have a lot of room. Ooh, oh, bad boy. I don't want to burn out the motor because it's going into thick wood, but not the intended purpose of that. But it works pretty good at getting the screw set. Alright, I got it all done now. I did put in a little bed, because it doesn't come with one. Which kind of stinks, because the measurements on it are really weird. From the inside, from the front to the back, 11 inches inside from post to post. And then 14 inches to go from this side over to this side. So 11 by 14 is the size of cushion you need for the inside of there. Wish they would have thought about that a little more or included a pillow. But I will try to find one fit in there a little better than this one. This is a pad out of one of our incubators. But if we can't find one, we will make a custom cushion. But overall, looks really good. Turn it around. And I know they give the dimensions in the ad. But from the ground up, we're looking at right about 20 inches. And then the top surface is going to be 12 and a half by 15 and 3/4. Yeah, that's such weird measurement. Just over 12 and a half by 15 and 3/4. So yeah, I definitely think they could have done better with choosing their measurements for this to make things more universal. It's going to be easier to find a 12 by 14 pad, or what I would have done in design would have been to put the bed in there and then build your layout around that so that you know there's an easy bed to find for these. But not my design, just my opinions.